by Zergie. You want to see him sort of escape with these units, but he's sort of just leaving them here. They're sort of outnumbered by all these Marines in the tank, but they're going to stay there. Not really worth losing them, but either way, he certainly did a bit of damage, killing off 2 tanks, a whole bunch of Marines, and certainly some SCVs actually died in the process as well. We've got some rallying coming up here from the starport. We've got 2 Vikings here and 2 medevacs as well. Not to mention some more ground forces as well, a tank and a couple of marauders mixed in there along with some Marines, and we'll see what he does with that. I suspect he might be going for another drop perhaps. I'm not really sure. He's sort of sitting around here on those guys, and there we go, they are loading up. Let's just have a quick look at what Fox is looking at. He has no idea that this is coming in, and now he can actually see on the map there he's going to have to rally everything across. And let's just have a look from Zergie's perspective. We've got the tank sieging up here at the natural. This tank is going to go to work on those SCVs there. He's just going to make sure those medevacs are not coming in at all, of course, because we do have these Vikings which are going to control the skies there unless they get picked off. No, they're not. This tank goes down. We lose a siege tank. We lose a few marauders as well. That attack was not particularly successful at all for Zergie, but he did get what he came for. I think I just noticed on the minimap down here we actually have a command center at this 3rd expansion, so perhaps not the best trade in terms of the actual military economy there for Zergie, but oh, look at this guy, he's sitting here on 5 health. Might want to go back to the shop and repair that one. He definitely, in terms of his economy, this is going to benefit Zergie a lot, having this 3rd up, because I do not think Foxer is actually aware of it at all. No, of course, as we can see here, Foxer cannot see, and he needs some help here, as we heard from that Marine. Fox is trying to push out here, just to gain a little bit of ground, and it looks as if he did a pretty good job there, actually, in that particular exchange, actually taking out a lot of the Marines and some of the Marauders that were here, and it looks as if he's going to try and push again. We've got, just moving up here in the positions, he's got his 2 medevacs here. One of the very essential parts of the way Foxer plays is to have a lot of medevacs up to make sure that the Marines get healed up after they stim, and it looks as if he's going to push across here. He really needs to siege up those tanks, given that they're all in range. Here we go. We have another battle going on. Siege tanks makes just a smoothie out of these Marines that were underneath the medevacs, but we're sort of stuck here in the middle of the map. The siege tanks, of course, have just a little bit more range than they actually do vision. As you can see here, this tank and these forces here are well within range, but he's actually going to move in here. Fox is going to go for the tanks. He does take out, no, he actually goes for, there we go, one of the tanks dies. We see all of these Marines are going to get splattered there by some of those. Look at that, we've got to actually have a siege tank here as well that was caught off guard. Probably a bit of a bad rallying position there from Foxer. Let's just check out what he is actually rallied. Yeah, he has rallied everything properly. He's actually moving down just a little bit now, but these siege tanks moving down, they are actually in range of Zergie's siege tanks. Both of the siege tanks are lost for Foxer. Not a very good exchange at all. These Marines are going to try and take care of the Marauders, but these Marines are very, very low because, as you can see, there is only 1 medevac left here at the moment because Zergie's been doing a fantastic job of controlling the skies with all of these medevacs. And as we can see, Planetary Fortress is up at the 9 o'clock expansion, so Zergie's probably going to pull ahead in the economy here. He's currently sitting on 69 harvesters along with 55 for Foxer, so Fox is just a little bit behind here. We really want to see Foxer perhaps make some sort of switch, or perhaps he's not going to switch at all. As we know, he's very famous for his Marine plays, and obviously in tonight's GSL final he's going to be famous for that. But another exchange going down. Let's just remove that tab so we can see what's going on. The Marauders, they're sort of taking a lot of the hits and actually taking out a lot of Marines, and these 2 siege tanks in the back along with the Ursadak Calf, otherwise known as Mr. Tasteless's polar bear guy. I think that one's a polar bear guy in SC2. I don't know. But this command center at the 3rd is not going to get up and running for Foxer, so he cancels that one. Retreats all of his forces that he has left. Obviously, there's just some SCVs and some Marines that were still alive to fight another day. And now this middle is definitely belonging to Zergie. So he's got his rallies up here. He's got everything set to come up here. Is it? No, where is it? Where does he rally to? I don't know. He switched his rally back here for some reason. I don't know. Normally you see the players obviously rally wherever their forces actually go, which is a very pretty cool tactic to make sure you are using, is to make sure you can always get your resupplied units back up. But it looks as if these medevacs, the lack of medevacs for Foxer is really costing him here. He's just losing so many Marines just to random siege tank fire, even though the siege tanks actually do less damage now to bio after the recent patch. And it looks as if Fox is going to try and do a drop. Let's just keep an eye on what happens there. We got a transfer going on from Zergie. He's going to move those SCVs across. What are these? We got some turrets. I saw them on the minimap. I wasn't sure if there were turrets down here or not, but he's actually put some turrets up. This is very much like sort of in Brood War. You would see this a bit, is where turrets would go up in random positions, and sort of for two reasons. One, you want to control the skies, make sure you can see where your opponent is going with medevacs, and also B, to try and kill them. So pretty good tactic there from Zergie, and we see a planetary fortress take out 3 Marines with 1 hit because of the huge damage that the planetary fortress does, including the splash damage. Not many people actually know that the splash damage for planetary fortress is actually really weird. They do more splash damage to the units next to the target than they do to the actual target itself. I've got no idea why it works like that. I have no idea if they've actually fixed it or not, but I assume they haven't. We've got a siege tank battle in here in the middle. A lot of Marines for Foxer, of course, and we have some Marauders, and wow, that is very measly force here for Zergie, just sort of controlling this middle sector. He's making sure that this command center is not going to get up and running. Fox is going to try and get a planetary fortress up, but what he's actually going to do now is run in, try and stim in. But some supporting units came up from Zergie. Is going to... Oh, these tanks have actually made a meal of all of these Marines that were here. Check out all of that on the battlefield. Siege tanks go down, and it looks as if the this air control from Zergie has just proved immensely effective in controlling the way the Boxer plays. So siege tanks go down, and that is it. That is in fact the GG from Foxer. So we're currently sitting at a 2-1 matchup here. 2 wins to Foxer, 1 to Zergie after this awesome game from Zergie, just with some great positional play, taking the third here while doing a lot of harass on Fox's natural expansion, and then of course controlling this middle sector here with these siege tanks, keeping on top, keeping on top of the command center that was trying to get up here. Foxer attempted twice to get this command center up, but obviously did not happen. And as you can see here, a second force was just about to push inside to Fox's natural and close the deal anyway. So fantastic game from Zergie there. We do have one more game after this one, so make sure if you are not on the playlist for this Foxer series, jump on the playlist if you can, or perhaps I suppose given that it's game 4 you can jump on yourself. And if you are on the playlist, if you do like the playlists being there on the channel, make sure you let me know and I'll try and put more playlists up. But anyway, that was a great game there from both players. Obviously, Zergie coming up with the advantage. Let's move on to game 4. I will see you guys there. Cheers.